What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video of Genshin Impact. So today we're going to be doing a character guide about the Pyro Archon that's coming out in 5.3. Today is already 27, so it's just only like a few more days left. Or yeah, you know, it's going to be coming out on Tuesday or Wednesday between those time. And yes, we'll be talking about and all the stuff like how we usually do: normal attack, elemental skill, elemental burst, passive skill talent. We're also going to be talk about what kind of artifacts and the weapons should be using on her, and what kind of stats they're on the cup. Anyway, so before ado, before we get into this video, man, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also bell aside. You won't miss any more of my latest video like this one, and I'll also be live streaming on Twitch. So check it down, check the box, the description box below on my Twitch channel. Also have my Patreon if you guys like to watch anime. I react on anime as well. If you guys actually do like to watch those or my reaction, go down to my Patreon page as well. Some of the videos there, it's also free to watch as well. Anyway, let's get into the video. So a video here, we already know. So basically, she's a Natland character already, and I've actually been waiting for her to come out like all this time. I actually planned to pull for her, and if you guys are planning to pull for her or actually just wanted to, please watch my video. If you guys cannot, just make sure to watch the video. I mean, you never know, you might be able to get her. If you decide not to, then yeah, you can just skip the video and go for the next one. Anyway, yeah, let's go for it. So her crit rate damage will actually increase when you ascend her. That basically. So normal attack will conform a 4 executive strike with Claymore, and she is the Claymore character. And charge attack will consume a certain amount of stamina and actually do one severe strike forward into enemies. Though plunge attack is still basically the same thing, just go mid-air, hit to the ground, dealing AoE damage. That's basically how it actually pronounced to work. In a way though, her elemental skill here have two ways. So you can actually do tap or hell, and neither one of those, it will have a 15-second cooldown. But if you did unlock it, sorry about that, my throat. If you did unlock a passive skill called Night Shattering Radius, it will decrease that elemental skill to decrease by the cooldown by 20%. So in the state though, there are two ways. In the tap state, you will be in a all fire armament, so her hair will turn in flame like a Super Saiyan if you guys watch Dragon Ball Z. And then now basically all her Night Soul state there will deal pyro damage. When you hold down the button in there, it also not only will be on the fire armored state, she also is summoning a flame rider with her motorcycle that she can actually do high speed attack, and also can glide in mid-air as well. Her normal and charge attack and plunge attack will convert into a pyro damage, and her Night Soul state cannot be overwritten though. And her sprint attack also can deal pyro damage in Night Soul state. As long as opponent in the long path, that's where it's actually going to hit. And if you tap the button again during her flame rider state, she will actually turn back into an all fire armament, and all fire armor will disappear when she run out of the Night Soul plus point state there. So yes. So she can actually deal a lot on that one. So yeah, she can rely on that as much as well. It only can end when all the Night Soul point is exhausted. But after unlocking a passive talent called a Knight of Realm Gift Exhaustion mode, when she's in her you can actually do it for herself, but the active character that are sprinting, climbing, swimming, or any other movement, switching to a Fire Archon, she will actually be in a Night Soul state with her flame riders on. It will actually also have 50% of maximum Night Soul points that you can actually use and when in the party. But it only can be triggered every 10 seconds in your own party in order to gain that 50% of nice soul point. And during that state in the battle, after unlocking the passive talent called Gift of Flaming Flower, every nearby party member will can trigger a nice soul burst, will actually increase the Pyro Archon attack by 30% for 10 seconds there, which is actually pretty useful. Her elemental burst here will actually have a different way of using it. Instead of like using energy, this one will use Fire and Spirit. So in the Fire and Spirit, you will also need 50% of Fire and Spirit in order to use to unleash her elemental burst. She only can gain Fire and Spirit by during in combat. Nice soul point are consumed by her party number will convert into Fire and Spirit, and also nearby party number deal normal attack damage to her opponent will also gain 1.5 with Fire and Spirit, and only can be triggered every 0.1 second there. After you can actually use a elemental burst, you will actually gain 10 nice soul points and enter into a flame rider state, and on her motorcycle will go fly in midair, well not midair, but fly high in the sky and slice down the enemies on the ground, dealing a nice soul AoE pyro damage, and will enter into a death and life state. Death and life state there in the state though will also no longer consume nice soul points and also have resistant interruption. And during that time though, and any leftover amount of Fire and Spirit will actually increase the damage of normal and charge attack based on how much Fire and Spirit they have left after using elemental burst I mean. And it cannot be death and life state cannot be cancelled unless she leaves the field or duration ends, which is duration only like 7 seconds. And Fire and Spirit limit, you actually can have 200 of Fire and Spirit limit, so that's where it's going to be in there. War God, well, you only need to know that part. War God energy part. War God energy is already a nice soul part anyway, so not too much to know on this one. But after unlocking a passive talent called Kingzo, I don't know how you pronounce it, but after using her elemental burst though, any leftover Fire and Spirit will increase the damage of a current party number by 0.2%, and it actually can increase a maximum amount of 40%, and it only can last for 20 seconds or duration ends until it reaches 0. Usually it's only 20 seconds, but when the duration reaches 0, then that's all over as well. Now, you guys already know the basic of her elemental burst and elemental skill. But what kind of artifacts should be actually? What kind of like the how I explain it again? The artifact we should be actually be using on her. So I go back to artifact, go all the way down here. Well, actually not all the way down because I'm not even in the right place. So 2 of these also can be used in either way. You can actually use the top or the bottom of these two when trigger a nice soul state. So if you want more energy recharge for a nice soul burst, then that will be actually one, because also increased elemental burst damage and also equivalent of extra 28% of the elemental damage that will be score of the hero center's city. Then that's actually the one I actually plan to use on the Pyro Archon, but some you still can use the bottom one, which it also increases a nice soul blessing also by 15% and also increase crit rate by 40% for 6 seconds. That also can be used too as well. Every time the character consumes 1 nice soul points. Though one of those can be used if you want to go for a little basic one, the old method way, that's also fine too. 4 pieces of Crimson Wish of Flame would be the best option also as well. You can increase power damage and also can increase the stats up to like 2 pieces or increase to 50% for 10 seconds there. Yeah, the only downside is you cannot maximize up to 3 stacks because cooldown it only lasts for like what 12 seconds. So even if you have a first path to talent unlocked as well. So yeah, good luck on that one. But that also can be a very valuable use. 4 feet of gladiator increased attack also can be good. So, but I still recommend using these two set of artifacts would be also be a best method at the start. So until then you can use a different one as you wish, and it depends on your playstyle. My playstyle will be going on the first one. And on the substat, what kind of substat and the main stat you should have, you already know the flowers already have an HP points already. For substat, quick rate, quick damage will highly recommend. But also if you can, get the attack percentage if it's possible. For a better main stat to attack, so also quick rate, quick damage also highly recommendable, and also an attack percentage if it's possible. For Hourglass though, you want a attack percentage as the main stat, because also a quick rate, quick damage also highly recommended. And then if you can get any more extra attack, that will be actually, if it's possible, then yes, then I would recommend to put it on as well. Unless you don't have anything else, then go for it for temporary one until you find the artifact that is actually suitable. And for a cup though, you will also want a pyro damage. And if it's possible, get the attack percentage, quick rate, quick damage, that will be highly recommended. As for a crown though, main stat where recommendable is going to be quick damage. If it's possible, quick rate and attack percentage will be recommendable if it's possible. But the main stat should be quick damage, and I'll actually highly recommend. And as for the weapon, it wouldn't be too much to ask for anyway though, because I already plan to use this one already. I also have attack. So I do not recommending using any greatsword that have energy recharge anyway, because I don't even think it's all that great, because she don't even use energy recharge in a way anyway. So because her flying sphere you can actually attain from attacking the enemy anyway, so no point of using it. I could be wrong, but we have to use it and be able to find that out. So anyway, any weapon kind of like a Thousand Blade Thunder will be her main one. That actually enhance her elemental skill, and the elemental burst also increase her attack. That's actually the one of the best weapon, but it has quick rate, so that's also one. But if you have quick damage one, yeah, I would recommend having that, or attack percentage will be also the best. I only see using energy recharge if you don't have any other weapon, but I highly think that won't be impossible unless you play the game long enough. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. If you guys have any question though, please let me know on the comments section below, and I'll catch you guys on my next video on the next character of a 5-star that's coming out in 5.5 and 5.3. Peace out, y'all.